This is a terrible, terrible story. One that, we had seen a number of years ago after her passing, and that is Ashley Massaro, who Vice.com's Tim Marchman had a story on today. So she passed away in 2019, and when that occurred, the lawyer Konstantin Kairos, who was part of the big lawsuit against the WWE that involved about 63 performers, one of them was Ashley Massaro, and revealed a affidavit that she had signed, this like 15-page statement, and it included these rape allegations when WWE was over in Kuwait meeting with the troops, and Ashley Massaro stated that she was dehydrated and needed to be taken away to be tended to, and was injected with a drug and raped, and did alert people in the company about this. And she alleged that she was told that Vince McMahon said that he was sorry that this happened, but let's not make a big deal out of this. And so in 2019, when this affidavit comes out and we see the statement from Ashley Massaro, WWE put out this statement. This was at the time in 2019. WWE is saddened by the death of Ashley Massaro, and we reiterate our condolences to her family. However, we regret that her attorney, Konstantin Kairos, who filed multiple cases against WWE, lost all of them, and was sanctioned multiple times by the court for repeated misconduct and false allegations, is using Ashley's death to further his malicious campaign against WWE by releasing an affidavit that she submitted to the court and later apologized to WWE for being involved with. So we wish to make certain things crystal clear. At no time was Vince McMahon or the management of WWE ever informed by Ashley Massaro or anybody else that she had been sexually assaulted, drugged, raped, or sodomized by a military doctor with a nurse standing guard while on a goodwill tour they list it here as 2007, but it's been clarified it was 2006, to U.S. military bases in Kuwait. In fact, if she ever articulated such a claim to WWE, we would have reported it immediately to the base commander. At no time was there ever a meeting with Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, John Laurinaitis, or other company executives in which she told them of such a claim and was instructed to keep it quiet. So pretty solid statement from WWE in the sense of there was no wiggle room, that they absolutely were denying that this happened. So fast forward to today, and Tim Marchman's story comes out, and they got comment from Edward Brennan, who continues to be kind of the vocal representative of John Laurinaitis. And it states in the Vice article that Laurinaitis' lawyer, Edward Brennan, objected to the use of the term cover-up, but confirmed that John Laurinaitis knew about the rape allegations and said that, quote, most upper management did, contradicting WWE's claim that executives were never made aware of them. He goes on to state, any allegations that Mr. Laurinaitis helped to cover up an alleged rape allegation is an outright lie. Johnny, like most upper-level management, at some time became aware of the allegations and ensured all proper WWE protocols were followed, including privacy for the alleged victim. We object to the use of the term cover-up, as no such plan or plot ever took place to hide or assist in the alleged rape. So this is contradicting the statement in a major way, indicating that John Laurinaitis knew and that company management knew as well, which flies in the face of this statement. Number one, this is a horrific set of details, and this is in essence corroborating what is alleged by Ashley Massaro, by John Laurinaitis, who has now, through his lawyer, in a sense, corroborated aspects of Janelle Grant's lawsuit and has now corroborated this. And listen, John Laurinaitis is he is coming at this from the sense that he is willing to play a role in all of this, that he can corroborate a lot of these charges that he has to know that, that his lawyer is conveying here. So, I mean, he is kind of putting himself in the middle here and is someone that can confirm or deny a lot of sensitive company material. And it also is going to shoot a lot of credibility in the WWE's way when they have a public statement that is saying the complete opposite. And now you have a member of said management that is stating the opposite.
It's a really important piece of, I guess, information that does not necessarily prove or disprove, Ashley Massaro's affidavit, but it does discredit WWE and might point to a level of, I think, you know, uh, lying and deceit that might have existed in that company's culture, and this could
At the
potentially
bare
be.
minimum, like WWE has to answer for this in this statement. Do they stand by their 2019 statement? Are they going to actively dispute John Laurinaitis's statement here through his lawyer?
And anybody who maybe reads either the Vice article or Ashley's affidavit itself, you'll be just as horrified reading it as you would, the Vince McMahon Janelle Grant lawsuit. And there has to be some hope that some justice might be found for her, even in death, as a result of this story now getting a bit more attention. So whether or not it does, I mean, we'll find out, but it's yet another story that is kind of being brought up here in relation to the history of these terrible stories attached to Vince McMahon and this company.
The last thing from the Vice piece was that Vice News can report for the first time that the Naval Criminal Intelligence Service opened an investigation into Massaro's allegations in June 2019. So this is 1 month after her death and the affidavit being made public. That investigation was closed in January 2020, according to an NCIS spokesperson. Further information, they said, could not be immediately released as it would need to be obtained under the Freedom of Information Act.
Which you and Vixen Span spoke about today.
Yes. And I am sure that there are going to be many people that are going to be filing such a Freedom of Information request for this as well. And the fact that there was an investigation, and a specific one that you can easily refer to, and hopefully the results of which are released to the public. So it's a terrible story, and it's at a time when WWE and its culture is very much under a microscope, and deservedly so. I think this is the time that you have a lot of attention, and people are looking underneath of what I think more and more we are seeing that, yes, there is a lot focused on Vince McMahon, but as we have said from the get-go, this does not begin and end with Vince McMahon. And there is a lot that you can dive into. The Ashley Massaro case just being yet another one of them.